Hello dear students, in this video I'll try to answer more frequently asked question, that is, does Scalariform and lateral conjugation that takes place simultaneously in Spirogyra species? Yes, this is the right question and more frequently asked. So let's watch this video very carefully. So this is the more frequently asked question every time. Does Scalariform conjugation and lateral conjugation that takes place simultaneously or not? Before going to answer this particular question, let me clear that scalariform conjugation is also known as a ladder type of a conjugation, and it is most commonly occurred type of a conjugation in most of the species, which takes place between the opposite cells of the two neighboring filaments, and it is also known as a dioecious conjugation. You have already studied this particular concept in previous few videos. So it is seen in all dioecious species, and you must know dioecious species, their filaments, they are unisexual. On the other hand, the lateral conjugation, it is one of the rarely occurring is that a mechanism of a conjugation, and it founds and takes place between two adjacent cells of the same filament. So same filament and two different filament. This is the basic difference in between scalariform conjugation and lateral conjugation. So as far as concerned the lateral conjugation, it is also known as a monoecious conjugation. That means in which filament is a bisexual. In case of a scalariform conjugation, filament is a unisexual. Suppose if scalariform conjugation is the basic requirement for the performing the scalariform conjugation, two filaments, that is dioecious conjugation, it may be get carried out where two different filaments they are getting involved, and if they came into existence over there in a pair, of course scalariform conjugation has to be get takes place. But in such a coupling, in such a pairing, is there any possibility of lateral conjugation would be get produced or not? So this is the question, and it's really very interesting part of a discussion for the research community in fact also. So let's discuss about this part, and at the end of this video you will get an answer. Many people, they were trying to work out and resolve such type of a concepts over there, and one of the pioneer worker in the field of investigations on the conjugation mechanism, the during 1938 published that Transio, he published his reports over that the species known as a Spirogyra gratiana, it has exhibited scalariform conjugation as well as the lateral conjugation. I repeat, the Spirogyra gratiana, according to the Transio, is showing both the type of a conjugation mechanisms, that is scalariform and lateral conjugation. As you can see in this photograph, you will find it out that there is actual scalariform conjugation is going on in between two cells, that may that shows that establishes a conjugation tube over there. That's why it is lateral conjugation also. But at same time, this another filament which is present over there, it has undergone a mechanism of a lateral conjugation. So it's really very interesting part of our discussion. So during this mechanism, what happens, certain cells of the conjugating filaments, they resorts to the scalariform conjugation, as you can see in this arrow, and conjugation, the further cell or certain other cells, they involve in the mechanism of a lateral conjugation. So really interesting, yeah. So this is what about we are discussing what is scalariform conjugation, and in fact since from the 1938 till the this particular decade, many people, they are trying to investigate such type of phenomenon in a laboratory level also, and very recent finding, it is suggested that the contribution of a Hisato Akegaya and co-worker, they published during 2012 very interesting finding in a species called as a Spirogyra castanacea. So what they did, they successfully induced the conjugation. Is, of course, this is the artificially they have induced by using the exonic culture over there on the agar plate, and of course the various conditions they were get fulfilled artificially till they are getting success toward the conjugation in this Spirogyra, of course. So by this particular finding, it was suggested that simultaneously there may be a possibility of getting the lateral conjugation as well as the use that scalariform conjugation, and such an interesting finding they published in a journal of a plant researches, and of course their all contributors are involved in this particular use that investigation. The team they have really showed very interesting finding to the scientific community, And in fact, the title of this paper you can see on the screen. If you want to read much more about this article, you can refer this particular content as a reference. I cite this particular use that a reference for your further research reading also. So it has been get published in the Journal of Plant Researches. If you want to explore, you can explore it more on the internet also now, because it is now in public domain, that is open access journal. You can also get that particular from the Springer's link also. So dear friends, with continuation with the contribution of Izato Ikegaya, I would like to show from their research article this very beautiful photomicrograph. Of course, I thanks to these publishers, and I acknowledge to the Springer as well as to this contributor. And officially, this will be the that is citation. I will say that it is the one of the best research article in recent days, what I had noticed. So as you can see in this particular photograph, my research photographs basically, induction of a scalariform conjugation and lateral conjugation you can see in the filament. So the photograph A, it is a little bit a lower magnification, and once you go for the higher magnification, in between that the B and C, they are establishing the clear-cut indications that scalariform conjugation has been get recorded in photograph B, and in C it lateral conjugation has been get arised over there, or formation it may be get taking place. So the as early as possible within the 48 hours of a exenic culture's incubation period, you will notice that lateral conjugation as well as the lateral scalariform conjugation, both of them, they starts to produce their filaments basically, especially that is papillae are get induced over there, and later on the conjugation bridge would get established. So the higher magnification, as you can see in this diagram photograph, that is B, in fact it shows very clearly the scalariform conjugation is taking place, and in fact in higher magnification you can see the lateral conjugation, that is lateral bridge has been get established. So always remember that the adjacent cells in between the portion or area near to the cross wall or septum, this shows the arising of their papilla, and this papilla they establish a bridge or contact over there, and later on due to the various mechanisms as I had discussed in previous few videos, this septum it is get ruptured or broken, and through that a continuation bridge takes place over there, and ultimately the fusion it leads to the formation of a zygospores actually. So here the in case of I am talking about the lateral conjugation, and here you can see very clearly the zygospores have been get developed by means of a lateral conjugation, but this formation of a zygospore, it needs little bit more time duration, that is within 96 hours time duration. You can see the formation of a zygospore. Of course this mechanism is induced artificially by the team of a Izato Ikegaya during the and they have successfully showed it. So this is the one of the good insight in the use that investigations on scalariform conjugation and lateral conjugation. I hope that you have really enjoyed this exciteful use that a result of a scalariform and lateral conjugation, in which you can see the zygospores are successfully get produced over there, though the rate of the zygospore formation it is quite rare, but even then they are get established in both the filaments. So in this particular filament you can notice that when they have showed the formation of zygospores, and of course this is the result of a scalariform conjugation, or you can say that is a lateral conjugation also. And here it is you can find it out that there is one more zygospore also. So my dear friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this particular video. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you have any suggestion, you can put it in the comment box. So keep watching my further video. Thank you very much.